Good evening, Topic Mixer family. I guess you guys have already watched this debate. I'm up kind of late. If you haven't gotten anything, go ahead and get some sleep. You can watch the video tomorrow. But no, really, just kidding. Go ahead and watch the video now so you can go ahead and hit that like button and share this with your friends. Okay, so I just want to bring up a few points. This is nothing. I'm not going to review the debate. I'm just going to give you my synopsis of the debate. On the racial issues, golly, where do I begin? Okay, so the moderator asked him a simple questions. So, what do you think about the fear of black families? And I'm going to go from my paraphrasing of that. As a black man, I would have to tell my children about how to deal with confronting the police, or should I say, with interactions with the police. It's something that white families don't have to deal with. Now, Biden did say that. Biden literally, he came up with that. But what Trump came back was, and it was the worst answer ever, and nobody confronted on, was, I've done more for black people than anybody else has done before. Then had the nerve later on, when he was asked about Black Lives Matter, to say, the only thing I know about Black Lives Matter is pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. That's all I know. That's all I know, yeah. Said some other racist things about foreigners, calling them low IQ. Here's a couple other statements he made, but they were all racist, and he got away with it. He said the room's kind of dark, you can't see the people, and some people contribute that to blackness, whatever. That goes to that colorblind crap that doesn't exist in the world, and I don't know even why you would even make that statement, because colorblindness does not exist. So, I'd rather you be aware of who I am than to say you're colorblind. But like I said, they didn't confront him on that. And then on his whole thing about the economy, is blah blah blah. The economy was getting better before he got in office. 3.5 years ago, when he got in office, miraculously the economy got better. It was already on its way to improving. He hasn't brought manufacturing back to the United States. Let me tell you, I live in a neighborhood not too far from a factory where, guess what? They laid off like 1,200 workers. They're only going to hire 700 back. So what does that tell you? So please explain to me how it works. This is a steel factory. You can't tell me the U.S. doesn't use steel for something. They build pipes, steel plants. For buildings, steel for cars. You gonna tell me they don't hire people back? Sure, the Chinese are there. You gotta remember, there's 2 billion people in that country, and they've got a 100 million man workforce, whereas we've got 60 million. There's all kind of issues that he's not talking about. But anyway, somehow Trump think he got Biden when he was talking about windmills. He said, how expensive those things are and terrible. Okay, let me explain something. A kid in Africa, I forgot which country it was. A kid in Africa, for his farms, built a windmill that helped bring water to his villages, to their fields, so they could water their crops. And now they have they built more and more of these windmills that generate power so they can build their crops. Now imagine that on a farm. I mean, windmills have a purpose, but nobody's not really talking about this. Let's not confront solar power is not the real solution. It's terrible. It's awful. The cars are going electric. So what you going to do in Europe, which is now saying that it's going to go all the way electric, what's it going to do when it stops using oil and fuel? Who do we sell to? Ourselves, I guess, because we're going to be the only ones driving around in gas cars. America, get your act together with this president. Okay, there's a couple of things. If it's about money, I have to bring this up. If you think I'm all over the place, that's fine. I don't care. Money. Biden brought up something that nobody probably paid attention to. He was talking about how Hitler came to power, which is true. People gave Hitler a pass, despite how bad his ideas were, because he was going to fix the economy and turn Germany into this great thing. And I've heard people say that Trump's a terrible person. He does some terrible things, but he's good on the economy, so I'm going to vote for him. better watch yourself. Not because I'm threatening you. I'm threatening your idea of what you think is right. If America's going that route, they're going to create a Hitler in this country. It may not be Trump, but whoever that next president is, that you see that, oh, he's going to be great for the economy. He's going to be good. He's going to make us powerful. And see, it happened after the Great Depression. A lot of countries made a lot of mistakes. Even America made a mistake being friendly to Hitler. You know, a lot of people here were big on Hitler. I mean, we had marches for Nazi symbols and everything, and I don't think those people went away. As a matter of fact, I think they're everywhere now in this country, and that's causing part of the problem. But when it comes to the economy, I'm a taxpayer too. I don't want my hard-earned money to go where I don't want it to go. Well, I guess you don't want to. You wanted to go to the military, of course, because you wanted to go over there and kill all the people in other countries. That's what you need the military to do. You want to go to the police so they can come to my neighborhood and beat me up and keep me from coming to your neighborhood. Yeah, you want that too. Yeah, I said it. If you come to my page, I'm going to say some things you're not going to like. We need to change where the rest of this country is going. Healthcare is a thing. Education is a thing. That's where our money should be invested. Those two things are very important because uneducated people are voting. You can say, oh, he's an uneducated person. Look how he talking. Talking about the comments and all this stuff. No, sorry, buddy. It ain't me. And I don't care what the comments are below. Okay? I don't care that 50 Cent decided to vote for Trump because of taxes. Trump wants the police to beat your black ass in the street. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? I apologize. But that's what he wants to do. Seriously, he does. He says he wants law and order. You know, Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization. You know, none of his buddies, the Proud Boys, they're not, Powder Puff Boys like the Proud Boys or the Boogaloo Boys. Oh, by the way, they just tried to attempt a terrorist attack, a couple of weeks ago against the governor of Michigan? Yeah, but they're not the terrorists. The Black Lives Matter is the terrorists. Left wingers. Them and Antifa. Antifa is not even an organization that exists that the FBI can find or anybody else can find. It's just a group of people who are anti-fascist. What he's doing is the same thing as people who said NAACP is a racist organization equivalent to the KKK or the Rainbow Push Coalition or any of them that they call racist. It's amazing how you can call on organizations that's for the rights of other races. But that's the problem with our country. We are borderline on that. Remember, I said this country supported Nazis before World War II. If it wasn't for the fact the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, and then our country declared war on Japan and was forced to get allies, forced to declare war on Germany too, who had declared war on them. But before that, Nazis were the best thing in the world. They were our buddies. So that's the things we are still fighting today. Things that our great-grandparents were having issues with in this country are the problems that we're facing today. Because we got spoiled kids who didn't have to fight that war. Some of them went to Vietnam, but the majority of America didn't have to fight that war. Some of them went to Korea. But the majority of us didn't have to fight, of our grandparents and parents didn't have to fight that war. They were here at home. Then there was the Civil Rights Movement. There were angry white people on the sidelines beating the hell out of black people. We had to bring our own military down here to protect Americans from Americans. So then we get to the divisive politics of 2020 and we say, wow, what happened? Really? It's been going on and we just kind of internalized it. And it finally boiled over because of what happened to George Floyd. By the way, talking about judges not mattering, how about a judge today decided to throw out the third-degree murder charge against the police officer who was kneeling on the neck of George Floyd? And it's possible that he knew him personally. They worked at the same club. So there could have been something personal about that whole thing. But hey, who am I? I'm not the judge, right? But we finna put one on the bench that maybe uh, having to deal with this case one day. Think about that. Think about police brutality. Think about some of the things I've said before on other videos where I've talked about it. You know, and here we are. And I know I've gotten way off the debate because, man, it pushes buttons just thinking about the stuff that Trump got away with saying today. I mean, he was literally calling people from Mexico, low IQ. Literally insulting black people and got away with it. Literally insulting Black Lives Matter, man. This is just sick. So, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for us, and I've been going on for a long time talking. And you're probably bored with what I'm saying, but just being real, man, it's sick. You put money before freedom and liberty. Then you call yourself Christian. Yeah, we got a lot to work on, but I'm still gonna say this: November coming, that first November and that first Tuesday in November is coming. Or if you're able to vote now, you need to vote. You need to put your ballots in the mail. I hear a lot of people voting that the momentum is strong. So I'm thinking with all these people early voting, a lot of them's got to be Democrats. But they said the Republicans did better registering this time around than the Democrats. That's pretty sick. So we'll see what's going on. But anyway, folks, like I said, the debate was typical debate. I don't think it really changed the minds of many Americans other than 50 Cent. Maybe Ice Cube. Let me stop messing with Ice Cube because I don't know where he leans. I know he went and talked to Trump. Everybody who talks to Trump gets in trouble for talking to Trump. So anyway, I'll leave that alone. Trump tried to steal his plan for his black plan and didn't work out. So apparently his debate plan tonight for Trump didn't work out either. Didn't really change a whole lot of minds. It may have gave him a bump or two because he did act a little more civil than he did in the last debate. And so everybody said he did okay because he was civil. He didn't try to act up. But he was on Fox too. So, I mean, he had his Fox buddies there. So, I think Biden did a good job being more personable at times. Some other times he was abstract like most politicians, giving that same old political statement. And of course, Trump tried to attack him one time for it, but we're talking about a guy who has no sensibilities whatsoever. At least he's brutally honest about that he's not a sensible guy, that he's a terrible guy. But anyway, I rambled on long enough. If you like anything I've said, or you want to counter what I said, go ahead and make comments below. Also, I'd love to hear from you and love to use to subscribe. I do need subscribers, so please subscribe and share this video with your friends. So good night, Topic Mixer family, and I hope you have a wonderful night.